Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about a decision that seems to make things more official for you regarding a new love. So it's a choice that you or your person makes to let go of the past. Maybe even as simple as contemplating, gosh, if that person came back around, I don't think I would be interested in talking to them because I am more interested in or feeling more connected to this new person that I'm connecting with, right? So there's someone who is releasing the past, letting go of an ex, and this brings about a conversation where love is expressed or where emotions or intentions are finally out in the open, the talk, right? Let's call it in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day so far. Hello, Famous Seamus. Hello, April Fools. Hello, Nick. Hello, Renee. How's it going? If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. That's in the description box for you, as well as a link to find out more about the 3 different tiers I offer if you are interested in additional content from my channel. All right, let's dive in with the Pulp Tarot and see what else we've got. Hello, Darnell. Thank you. I hope you are too. What do we have? 5 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. This is contemplation, introspection, considering one's emotions. I don't want to be giving my energy to 2 people because the 6 of Pentacles, this is about your focus, right? I don't think about this person anymore, or I'm not tempted by that person anymore. They made me feel this 5 of Cups energy, like I was stuck. And now there's someone who makes me feel like there's stability or companionship, emotional maturity. So this is, I think, someone deciding I'm ready to focus on this new person or get into a relationship, maybe even move in with somebody. But the more important element is they are finally and fully letting go of this past person. Hello, Gigi. How are you doing? We've got 9 of Swords in the reverse, King of Wands in the reverse, and the Magician. Someone's mad you got it together. Someone's mad that you're moving on. Most likely the person from your past. They see you as the Magician. I think you view this new love as a Queen of Pentacles, somebody who offers that stable connection, right? The person from your past is this King of Wands in the reverse. Okay, be mad then because you did it wrong, but you don't have anything to feel guilty about when somebody didn't, come correct, when somebody didn't know how to approach the connection with you. So this is you feeling empowered, if that's not what I want, if this isn't the energy that I want to surround myself with, then I will go out there, enjoy myself, and maybe I'll find somebody who does, right? They don't like how quickly you recover. They wish you were a little more bothered. Yeah. This is healing energy that because you are able to recover so quickly, it's it really upsets this person from your past. They can't manipulate you as easily. It's you slip through their fingers, which is a way of saying when they feel like they have control or a grasp on the situation, you find a way like a cat would to get away, you're liquid. Like the Terminator dude. So they're frustrated because you're smarter than them. They're mad because you actually know how to get away from them. They're worried that they won't hear from you again. They're worried that the boundaries that have been established, probably somebody being blocked or at least like no communication, that's going to remain in place. And I feel like your intention is, I want to do right by this new love interest of mine. I don't want to do anything that would make it seem like I don't take this seriously, because I do take it seriously. So therefore, I think there's a bit of an abundance of caution, right? I don't want to have any arguments just because it looks like I'm still interested in someone that I'm not. So what do I need to do to be proactive about that? How can I make sure that it's clear I'm focused on this new person? So we could have somebody who's unfollowing or deleting a contact from their contact list. This is just kind of like all right, I think we're good. Hello, Philo. How's it going? Brilliant. Hello, Laura. How's your day going? If you're a member, make sure you check out the members only videos that I finally posted this morning. I'm sorry it took me so long to post them, but I hope you like them. We've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, this past energy started off as the King of Wands in the reverse. Now we've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. I think you know that there's going to be at some point a response, a return. Can we start over again kind of thing. This person has already made a pattern out of coming back around, coming back around. It's like, you know it. You know they'll come back. Doesn't matter when. And how angry will you be to see them? This is the situations that... What else do we have? Receipts, proof, show me, and desire. The past person, the King of Wands in the reverse, remember, gender doesn't always really matter. I mean, this is talking about somebody who's angry and unreliable. That could be anybody, right? Does not have to be a man. But we've got somebody who has an unwillingness to concede or accept that you might fall in love with somebody else, that you might actually choose somebody else. It's not something that they really want to think about because they feel like your connection is special. Therefore, you can't get over them. I don't think they're right, because there's some genuine attraction that you have towards someone new. Yeah, I feel like you're falling in love, or you're about to fall in love with this new person. And that starts to send some interesting messages or like wavelengths to the person from your past, because they still seek out your energy. Hey, Voyager, how are you doing? Hello, Anne. How's your day? So we've got access granted, but for some reason I feel like it's supposed to be in that reverse position. And gossip, yeah. So I don't have access to your social media, or I don't feel like I can message you. I don't feel like I can just pick you up on, hey, just curious, like, who are you hanging out with these days? Yeah? Like with your clothes on, or... I don't have the gossip. I don't have the tea. So I got to figure out what you are getting up to, if you are dating, if you are still obsessed with me. That's what this energy from the past is thinking. And I feel you intuitively know that they're going to, at some point, step back around. And I think you want to make it clear, I've got my inner circle. I think your past person can feel that you're not thinking about them as often, or that you're investing elsewhere. We've got this lost, ghosted, blocked, cut off, and then the focused card. And I think they know that you have focus going elsewhere. That makes them uncomfortable. All right, let's go with the Hocus Pocus Tarot. What else do we have? Ooh, what kind of cookies? I've been wanting to make some cookies for a while. That might be the sign I needed. So we've got the 8 of Lightning or 8 of Swords in the reverse. High Priestess in the reverse. Yeah, see, I think you know if you want to pursue this new love that there is an action that needs to be taken or something that you need to change because you don't want the wrong message to go to this new love. If they think that you're still caught up on someone from your past when you're really not, that would be a bit of a tragedy. So we've got the Page of Potions in the reverse. It's like, I need to make it clear that I'm not interested in this person and that I'm focused on the new love. That I've let go of this baggage or forgiven that person from my past. And I'm not going to be like giving into any kind of temptation with that person. So I feel like this is where your thought process goes, right? The more I see that this new love is what I'm looking for, the more it feels like I'm falling in love, the more, wow, we've got Justice, clarifying justice. Love it when that happens. The more you think, I have to do right by this person. I don't want them to worry about whether or not I respect them or whether or not I am loyal. So I think you're being proactive about it, right? How can I prevent this, knowing that this person's probably at some point going to randomly show up? Knight of Lightning, which is the Knight of Swords, and the King of Candles, or the King of Wands. Because you're right, this person is going to make it's like an impulsive decision or like a spontaneous trip to visit you or to attempt to see you, maybe even call you, and it could be misinterpreted. Four of Lightning or Four of Swords, the Star, and the Three of Lightning or Three of Swords. So you are anticipating what could happen. With this Star energy, it's intuition, right? I know this person's going to come back around, and I know I could be happy with this other person. So I need to be anticipating the problems that could arise from this because I don't want it to be problematic. I don't want my past to have a negative influence over the relationship that I consider to be my future. So expecting or anticipating this person from your past to be hurt, the King of Wands in the reverse, and expecting them to try to find some way to get back into your life. You're working out a way to kind of cut this off at the past and make sure that this doesn't happen because you don't want anything to have a negative impact on your new relationship, your new connection. Judgment in the reverse. King of Potions, which is the King of Cups. And the Queen of Candles, the Queen of Wands. I don't think it'd be any surprise to you if I were to say that this person from your past is possessive of you. This person looks at you as like, that's my other half. That is the only person who has ever been good enough for me. And at the same time, they feel like they're not good enough for you. This person has a different opinion of themselves depending on when you ask them. Good days, bad days, sometimes arrogant, sometimes not feeling very good about themselves. But there is something about you that they are absolutely astonished, connected to, addicted to. But you are this kind of poison ivy for them. They feel like if they get too close to you, they get a rash. No, they feel like you're difficult because you are so unique, they don't really know how to handle you. They don't really know how to handle how they feel around you. That's why there's been so much of this Five of Cups energy where, you know, I try to connect to you and you just make me regret it because you're not consistent, you're not reliable, you're not like sticking around. So they're convinced that you are their person, and I feel like you are convinced that they are not your person. So that's going to create a few fireworks, you know? All right, this is the Ghost Tarot. Hello, Rainbow Warrior. Hello, Dave. How's it going? Hello again, Key Controller. Hello, Admiring Penguin. How we doing? Page of Wands. King of Swords and the Sun. You know the truth. I think many of you are going to bring this up in conversation with your new love interest and say, so I do expect that somebody is going to try to contact me from my past, but I am like not at all interested in that. I really do want to see where things go with you. So I wanted to like at least be transparent with you about it. This person sent me a message and I blocked them or something like that. This is like, let's be honest, let's be direct. This is somebody from my past, but I have made it very clear that I'm with you, or I'm only interested in you, or I'm focused on you, right? Very mature conversation about what's going on and how somebody feels. Seven of Swords in the reverse, met with more honesty. So they might be trying to cause chaos in your new relationship, but the King of Wands in the reverse, the angry person from your past, may actually be like the catalyst that makes you get more serious with the new person, because you're like, oh, okay, so like I have to like make it clear who I'm choosing. Well, I'm choosing this person. I feel like there's like more love being felt, or a higher chance that somebody feels comfortable expressing their emotions because it's clear that they're being chosen, because it's clear that the past isn't a temptation. Death in the reverse, Queen of Cups in the reverse. Ten of Swords in the reverse. The thing that is kind of alien about you to this King of Wands in the reverse is the way that you adapt to the situation, the way that you can alter your expectations, choose a different path. I feel like this King of Wands in the reverse struggles with updating the plan, struggles with making a change or a pivot, right? If you go to a movie theater to go see a movie and they're sold out, they don't want to choose a second movie because when I came here, I thought I was going to be seeing this movie. And if I can't see this movie, then I don't want to see any movie, right? Like they're very particular. This is someone who refused to change. I said, I love you. You said you love me. Then we had this argument and I said, hey, could you like address this problem so that I don't feel like crap when I hang out with you? And that person said, nah, you're asking too much. This is too much. I don't want to do that. Since you didn't want to change, then I had to recover from that. I had to move on. I had to heal from that. They don't expect you to be as nimble as you are or as capable of pivoting, because they themselves, it takes a while to maneuver. It takes a while to pivot for them. So if this was a video game about racing cars, you would have like a much faster response time, or like you can whip around corners with the best of them. But King of Wands over here is like, I can't do it. Like it's a struggle. That's why they don't necessarily understand you. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Because they still feel like you would choose them. This is that like unpredictable arrogance versus insecurity thing with this person. They have these moments where they're like, oh, of course you wouldn't choose me. But when they reach out to you, it's like, how could you not choose me? Like, I know you. I've seen the way you look at me. Well, that's fine, but maybe that was 5 years ago, maybe that was 7 months ago. I don't know. But there's this element of someone feeling like they can fight for you and they're not realizing, like it's not clicking for them, that you really have let this go, that you've been treated better by somebody else, that you don't really want that inconsistent energy that they have to offer. Some of you will anticipate this and block, 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 block. There's no way for you to, message me. If somebody tries to bypass a block and use a friend's account or catfish you, I feel like you would tell the new person, hey, here's what happened. Here's how I responded. Like, you are not up for any games. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Lovers in the reverse. You're like, here, I'll show you just how I rejected this person who showed up in my DMs. Look, I'll show you exactly how I explained that I'm no longer available or I'm not interested. I don't know that you really need to explain yourself in this situation. So for those of you where it comes across as the best option for you to just not respond, then do that. For those of you where you feel like you need to be more clear, I would encourage you to focus on yourself. They may know about this new person, but just saying that you're dating someone else isn't necessarily the best way to reject someone else. This is saying you're going to make it clear to the new person that you're not interested in someone from your past that's coming back around or somebody that could. So I feel like you protect the new investment, the new connection. This is the Golden Lenormand. Hello, Hayden. Hello, Selena. How's it going? Hello, James. What else? Number 19, the Tower. Number 27, the Envelope, the letter. Yeah. For some of you, your ex is going to bypass a block and leverage someone else's phone or someone else's account or even a brand new account to still try to get through to you. So I'm not seeing that they give up very easily. This King of Wands in the reverse is ready to do the most because they feel like you should choose them. They feel like you are divine counterparts. They feel like you're destined to be. They are not going to give up easily. I feel like you know this. This is the Gypsy Oracle. Just wait for it, Bitchy Tata. Hello, Johnny. What's going on? What else do we have? Thought in the reverse. This person from your past, they didn't really expect that maybe you would actually reject them. If they went above and beyond, or if they do this grand gesture, like, you have to get tempted. You have to be like at least somewhat interested, right? But I don't think they realize that you really have moved on. For some of you, it's because they feel there's someone new that it's like they want to play games. They want to come in and prove that you would choose them still. And then they get disappointed. We've got waiting. And we've got priest. So yeah, this is someone who has commitment issues and they think that they can distract you or tempt you away from somebody who does not have that block with regards to their emotions. And if you're starting to fall in love with somebody new and this person's actually like emotionally available and able to like be open and honest with you, then the person from your past really doesn't have much to like offer. You got conversation and melancholy in the reverse. So this person from your past is going to, one way or another, find out that you've moved on, that you're not interested, that there's somebody new, or that you are focused on meeting somebody new. It may not be, hey, I'm dating someone else. It may be, no, I've realized that what I really need to do is focus on myself until I find someone that has a different energy, right? I don't want more of the same. So there's frivolity, the butterfly card, and malady, which is like an illness or not feeling so great. So they're upset because they realize you're happy, you're just fine on your own, that you, without them, do a lot better than they do without you. And that's a little bit of a hit to the ego that they've worked so hard on. This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else do we have? Enchanter, number 22, and Wayfarer, number 11. Okay, so a little twin flamey. Enchanter says self-evaluation, awakening, purpose, independence, confidence. That's your energy. But the Wayfarer is also somebody who has a search for truth. There's contemplation, inner guidance, and introspection. So you have this understanding of the importance of letting go of the past in order to be able to focus on the future and not cause any arguments that are completely unnecessary between you and the new person, because you do choose this new person. And there's also a sense of accomplishment or achievement when you let go of this person from your past, because it wasn't easy for you to do that before. Portal, number 39, originality, idealism, progression, opening, and accessing. So there's a new chapter, a different level of love that you're able to access because you let go of this unchanging person from your past, the one that was not willing to do the work that they knew they needed to do anyways. They just, I feel like they like to power trip a little bit. This is the truth is. Hello, Peach. How are you doing? What else do we have? Toxic, unhealthy relationship patterns. With a person that didn't know how to commit. Partner wants commitment and single life. They want you to belong to them, but they don't want to commit to you. And they may have been caught up, or they kept making the same mistakes. So you felt like it was a repeating pattern. You didn't want to go and experience that cycle again. Because you knew that that meant you were settling. There's that magician energy again. So you're able to make a change in your love life by choosing something different. So when somebody offers this little secret meetup, or, hey, it's been a while, why don't we hang out? Your thought is, no, I think that would be pretty disrespectful to the person that I'm actually interested in. So it's a no for me. And that seems to be the right call. You got free will. You got to make the choice on your own, but I do think you know this person's coming back around. I'm doing well, thank you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I will be back for a mobile live in a little bit. I'm probably going to have to eat some curry. Love you guys. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I'll see you on the next reading. Doodles.